Wow, such a beautiful guy. So this is in Kigali. I hear people here locals say Kigali. I say Kigali. It's Kai, right? It's all about the local. At any rate, see that rolling hills. Let me pull the screen. So here there's mosquitoes, but I wasn't bitten, even one. Yeah, just be careful. Right here it is. So let's open. Let me hold on. So let me open the window first. Get some fresh air. And here it is. Yep. And here you see lots of rolling hills. Rwanda is known as the country of 1,000 hills. So a lot of hills here is a good calf exercise. Yesterday it was an extremely great weather. It did not rain. It's rainy season, but look at this rainy season. What are you talking about, right? Yeah, so you see the rolling hills, lots of hills here, and they are all covered with greens. Lots of vegetations. People plant at their backyard and beautiful houses. There are some houses that are for houses that are okay, um, maybe not up to par as compared to these, but I see them minimally. If I see them, they are pretty awesomely located and surrounded by greens, and people are depending on their fruit trees, vegetables, and among others, livestock. And then here you'll see, and right here, by the way, I'm right here in the flood. So that's my flood. There you go. I have a mosquito net. I didn't even use it. It's still the way it was. Oh, by the way, you notice this is a frame. This is a locally made frame which is made up of cow's dung. And since cow is a very important livestock animal here, back in the old days during genocide, wherein each individual family affected by the genocide was the government gave them a cow to start their livelihood, and then each cow each newly born female calf should be donated to a family without a cow. So and it goes on and on and on and on. That's why people here practically are self-reliant for the most part, in my opinion, right? To my mind. Yeah, that's a cow dung. Yeah, it's made of cow dung, and actually I bought a smaller version of it, so helping the artisan local community. So back to the story this morning, and see all the greens. Yeah, yes. So it's not Bermuda, but it's a different kind of grass. And incidentally, I was walking to the convention center yesterday and to the Rwanda Biomedical Center, because I really wanted to have the yellow fever vaccination, and I got it. So it's a pretty inexpensive. Back home in the States, it would cost you about $300 to $500 depending on the clinic where you go, and it's very hard to find where the yellow vaccination is. But here, just go to the biomedical, and it's pretty amazing. I got my yellow fever card. Right, let me show you. Okay, this yellow fever card is a lifetime. I'm pulling it out. Where it's all done. So let me just have you view see the wonderful city. Hold on. I'm trying to get my yellow fever. It's together with my passport. Okay, wait. Okay, there you go. Finally got the yellow fever, called International Certificate Vaccination or Prophylaxis. So this is a yellow fever vaccination. And hold on. I'm trying to open it up. There you go. I got the yellow fever. See that it says yellow fever? Right. So the yellow fever vaccination. Now I am ready and good to travel to yellow fever with my yellow fever vaccination card. And because there are still several countries here in Africa as well as in South America that require yellow fever, and that includes Uganda, Ghana, here in Africa. Yeah, and much more. So Rwanda used to require, but not anymore. Only if you are coming from an infested area and you go at certain time and then you left terminal, then they may require your yellow fever. Otherwise, it will say no, get a shot or go back home. Anyway, see that wonderful green hills, right? Yeah, and people here are planting, as a matter of fact. So they plant and see those grasses. I mow my lawn, so here they don't mow the lawn, they let them grow. But it looks like they don't grow as tall as my grasses in Los Banos. That's why I mow it at least once a week in the summer. Right, yeah, see how quiet it is? This is I'm in front of the flat, and that's the road. It's called 114th Street. No, street here are named numbers. So like 414th Street, and his flat is number 37. House or flat number, apartment number 37. So, and the whole complex, and it's 114th Street. So it's pretty easy to remember because it's number, it's not name, a name that is quite really difficult to remember. And you will see, yeah, so I'm right here in front of the flat, and let's take, oh, that's the so did you hear that? So that's a motorbike. So the most common mode of transportation here, there you go, that's motorbike. That's the main street, that's the gate. And the main form of transportation here, it's inexpensive. It's about 500 to 1,000 francs. It's about under $1 because 1 USD is 1,090.98 francs. And I didn't go all the way there. I normally go this way because that goes to the that goes to the city. Yep. Hold on, see the blue sky? It's a little bit cloudy, but hey, that's a gift. Yep. There you go. More. Right, perfect. So, yep. Hold on. If I can hold myself. There you go. And then here you will see, really, there's culture everywhere here. So just Chigali and the other city. I've been to Kamembe, which is about 5. Actually, Google Maps says it's 6 hours, but it took me 7.5. And on my way back here, it's almost 8.5 hours. So I took the public bus transportation, which is one of the best way to see and experience the local daily lives, right? That's what I would love when I travel. I stay away from the tourist crowd because I don't see anything there new, but people just like me. I want to see the culture. I see that house. There's House of the Hill and mountain ranges. It's not. There are mountains here, but I'm pretty sure it's not as high as Kilimanjaro, which is the highest peak here in Africa. But the hills are accessible, and I'm assuming that people are planting, of course, to make it green and fresh, as well as for livelihood, and of course soil erosion. Right here, as I said, I'm in my flat, so I got my stuff there. Right, so this is actually my second to the final day. So I am flying out Rwanda tomorrow back to the States. I have a connection in Turkey. And yeah, it's been but tomorrow I still have the whole day. Today it will be a full day today. My game plan is I want to go to the market, which is about 4 kilometers from here. It's either I can ride a motorbike or walk. I think I prefer to walk to get an exercise. It's like what I did yesterday. It's walking is it's pretty amazing because you see lots and lots of things. As a matter of fact, so because of walking yesterday, I saw the Uganda High Commission office. It's pretty amazing, and that just gave me another signal that okay, prefer your trip to Uganda. They require yellow fever vaccination. That's why I showed you the my yellow fever card. Finally, I've been wanting to do that. No to avail back home, right? There is, but it's hard to get, and then you have to have a day off, and then here. And it's quite expensive. It's about 300, could be $500. So the last time I did inquire, it cost me about $500. Here is only $15. Pretty good. And it's lifelong, no need for a booster. And it's legitimate, right? Because it's in the Rwanda Biomedical Center where the COVID vaccination is, and all this stuff. Okay, yeah, so I've been here in Rwanda for several days now. It's been a fascinating stay here in this small landlocked nation here in the eastern part of Africa. It is bordered by four countries. Up in the north is Uganda. Down in the south is so Burundi. They call it the twin country of this nation. And then to the west is the Democratic Republic of Congo. Used to be Zaire. I was close to the border because I went to the western province called Kamembe. It was a couple of days ago, and I stayed there for a night. It's pretty amazing to see the other side of the country. So it's about almost 300 kilometers, 270 something kilometers from Kigali, the capital city where I'm at now. And then on the eastern side is Tanzania, and it's a lockland. So that is to say, there's no access to the Indian Ocean, but they do have one of the African Great Lakes here that borders the DRC, the Congo, as well as Rwanda, which is Lake Kivu. And I found out that Lake Kivu is a limnic lake. Limnic lake, right? Yeah, I searched online. It's not it has a lot of methane, so to speak, right? So the methane gas is accumulating at the surface. So in a few years from now, hopefully not, it will erupt, polluting the surrounding massive floods and even gas intoxication because of the methane. And that's why the government is extracting methane from Lake Kivu as a source of energy, which is pretty good to minimize the possibility of the lake exploding, polluting the environment. There's about, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's about 1 million or so people that lives within and also close to the DRC because it's border. That's the lake that separates the two nations. Actually, DRC from Kamembe, you can actually stone throw away. You can actually swim. Of course, you should not do that because they do have formalities here. And I've seen people from Congolese passing through the border, as well as Rwandan, so they do business. Right, yeah. My hand is tense. I'm not using any support. But anyway, it's been fascinating. I love the culture, the scenery, the landscape, the people, and the safety, which is one of the safest countries in the world. And Rwanda is the safest country here in Africa. And it's a very clean city. You don't see any piece of rubbish. Don't get me wrong. Once in a while you see one, but it's quite isolated. It's not normal. It's not common. As a matter of fact, grocery bag, the plastics are illegal, so they will confiscate it. So in the shop, they will give you a paper bag. All right, I always bring my bag, my reusable bag when I travel. Right. Yeah, it's been Lois, Rwanda, visited. It's more than a 5-star. Right. So yep. And don't get me wrong, Rwanda is not only all about the mountain gorilla. There is more to see, particularly if you love natural beauty, the landscape, the history of the people. And then Rwanda has quite a very sad history because of the 1994 genocide. Went to the genocide memorial. Oh, breaks my heart. But it uplifts my soul because I've seen Rwanda is a prospering nation here in Eastern Africa, and they who do have a wonderful, beautiful, I would say bright future. All right. So it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. It's the 31st of March, and tomorrow I'm flying in. Once again, traveling is not arriving to a new destination. It is looking at the world in a different perspective. All right, once again, so that is That's a locally made frame made up of the cow's dung. As I mentioned a while ago, cow is a very important livestock here, livestock animal. And I learned from local that if you get married here, you have to have a cow. Is that a dowry? Okay, maybe. Yeah, it's a dowry. Anyway, once again, traveling is not arriving to a new destination. It is looking at the world in a different perspective. Keep that smile, and the world will smile at you. Cheers. Be safe. Bye and God bless. Okay, from Kigali, the capital city of Rwanda, the nation of the thousand hills. Hi there. So I'm here in actually on the plane, obviously, and this is a short connection transfer. I would say connection because we are staying on board. It's a short connection in Entebbe, which is in Uganda. Came from Rwanda, heading back home, and with Turkish Airlines, and this is connecting here only. And the next destination is for another connection is in Istanbul, in Turkey. So this will be about because when I arrived Kigali, so the plane like Kigali, and I am unboarded, right? And the rest are staying behind. So this is what's happening now. So I'm heading back to California, but I don't have a connection in two places. Uganda is about, actually it's only 30 minutes from Kigali, and then from here maybe more or less 6 hours, because from Turkey to Kigali, Rwanda was 6 hours my first time I came to Rwanda, and then from Turkey to California I think it's about 13 hours. That's quite a long haul flight. At any rate, so I am going to Uganda sooner or later, and I already had my this is stopover, so passengers are not supposed to get off the plane, so security check is being conducted inside, and we're cleaning as well. And I'm expecting there are going to be some other passengers. No one sits next to me, so I can stretch my body. It's been a lovely visit here in Rwanda. It's a very wonderful nation. As I said in my other video, very clean, very humble people, very respectable people. Excuse me, very helpful people, and very honest. Of course, don't get me wrong. So there could be isolated cases or a few of the many, right? People are helpful, humble, and all those positivities. Right, so my eyes is a little bit tired, and it's a lot, maybe a long haul flight. Oh my god. So COVID, no, it's not. It's gonna be a long haul flight, right? And but I will be hunky-dory. It's I'm arriving afternoon in California, which is a good thing, right? I think it's also 4, but I have to check in my luggage because it's quite heavy. And it fits but the capacity, the weight is way more than, because I got a lot of stuff that I'm bringing back home. Yes, for my mom. Anyway, so I am sleepy, I am knackered, I am peckish, right? I just hopefully they serve the meal once immediately right after stabilizing the plane after takeoff. And I'm pretty sure there are some other passengers boarding. And it's evening here. Actually, it's early morning here in Entebbe, in Uganda, and it's raining. It's rainy season in this eastern part of Africa. So as I said a while ago, that Rwanda is a wonderful nation and the safest nation here in Africa, and one of the safest in the world, and the cleanest, spotlessly clean, more or less, right? And there's a cleanup once a month. It's called Umuganda. So I arrived on a Saturday, and that was the last of March, and that's when they have it. The last Saturday of each month from 7 to 8 in the morning, and everybody stands still, except for cleaning the surrounding, and public transportation are frozen, not unless it is necessary. Of course, paramedical facilities are here. And yes, I envy the nation when it comes to the safety as well as the cleanliness of the surrounding. I went to the western part of Rwanda, which is Kemembe, and it's the border with the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, formerly known as Zaire. And I found out that according to the local people, that Rwanda is way safer, cleaner than Congo. Congo, they said it's not a place to go because of the safety and security. As a matter of fact, so there's a lot of Congolese that pass the border, bring their goods in their heads